And yeah, Ranger's just letting us know that, he is still keen. He's getting ready to come back strong next year, after the break.
Sweet. I mean, I've always have a lot of trust in Ranger. Well, in any case, spawning at the bottom of submarine, not the submarine itself, but submarine LE. We've got the Blue Terran from Icebreaks from Australia, Seither.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Submarine LE, we have the red Zerg player hailing from the land of Hong Kong, currently teamless. It is GogojOey.
Are we going up with pool first?
He went for a gas pool. That's interesting.
I mean, you're a Zerg. You tell me.
I mean, this is a pretty aggressive opener. I mean, I guess it makes sense. We are on Submarine, right? The shortest map in the map pool, and because of this, I'm pretty sure that this is for a Roach Warren. I don't think this is for fast link speed. We'll see if GogojOey proves me wrong, but to me, this feels like he wants that gas early on, as much gas as he can get. And
when you said that he was an aggressive player, so it's something that you can expect from him, like full on aggression.
Well, that's the thing though. Like, in my opinion, if I saw Azure versus GogojOey, I would favor Azure. Like, Azure is very familiar with how GogojOey plays. Seither, not so much. Again, I don't think they've played each other too often at all, so he may not be aware of how GogojOey plays, and there it is. The Roach Warren gets thrown down.
Oh my god. And considering that this map is pretty small, like the rush distance, I'd say, is quite short. But he scouts it, so
yeah.
I don't know.
Nicely done. So Seither, again, he's such a solid player. He may not be too aware of how GogojOey plays, but he goes for an SCV scout just to be safe, and with that, he scouts the Roach Warren. He sees the timing on the hatchery as well, so he knew it was an earlier pool, and now he knows exactly what he's up against.
He's building bunkers right now. He knows what's gonna come.
He's
not gonna take chances.
Yeah, I love this because he's not getting it on the low ground. He's getting it on the high ground. He's getting ready to just lift up his natural and defend here at the main.
Now, is this gonna be like a very committed roach attack, or it's just yeah, forget it, I asked. He's just gonna go for just like 4 roaches.
Yeah. It's just 4 roaches. He's probably going to turn them into Ravagers. He's going to... The point of this is to just delay the natural, like force a lift up and force him to be stuck on 1 base economy for a little bit longer until like a Cyclone or a tank comes out. And behind this, GogojOey is just going to drone up.
Is this something that would do as a Zerg player on this map? Because I've seen quite a lot of Zerg players, they like to open this style on this map.
Yeah.
Rush distance.
This was very popular on last season on Everdream. This happened a lot as well. But yeah, it's just the way. It's like, again, it's not like a committed all in. We'll see if Seither overcommits to the defense as well. And yeah, what GogojOey's gonna be able to do, because he is biling down. He isn't target firing the SCVs on the high ground, so yeah, he's just at the moment, just delaying mining at the natural as best he can. Even gets the supply depot.
Oh, you don't want that to happen. Like, yeah, I mean, like the SCVs could have prepared, but yeah, the SCVs are just moving around left and right, and those roaches are just being annoying.
Yeah, pretty much. Meanwhile, it looks like, the Overlord goes down, and that means no more high ground vision for GogojOey. He's not going to be able to do anything here to the bunker, to anything in the main base, and he backs off.
Without suffering any casualties whatsoever.
Yeah, he hasn't lost anything. The only thing he lost was that Overlord, and he was well prepared to lose that Overlord. So, he denies the natural for a long time. He kills a depot. He forces a bunker to be built. He kills a couple of SCVs. So, some nice damage. And behind this, GogojOey, he just drones up.
It's going for lair tech too. But as a Terran, this is not something that, how do I put it? Like, it's not a very bad position, but it's not a position that you like, because it kind of throws you off your rhythm and all that as a Terran.
Yeah.
Like, you'd want to get that natural, and you just start getting SCVs. Like, it's fine if there's a skirmish at the front of your base. Like, normally you would want to bunker natural. It's fine to have that kind of skirmish, but being delayed, it's not some. Oh, as a Terran, you don't really want that. It's really annoying.
Yeah, definitely. It really does hurt the economy. And Seither, he did go for a 1-1-1 opening, and he is looking to try and counterattack and deal some kind of damage across the map. He does have his Banshee on the way, Cloak is on the way as well, and oh, he's even gonna maybe be able to pick off some Ravagers.
Go Banshee, go!
Yep, at least 2 Ravagers are going to be going down. To be fair, what this does is this does notify GogojOey of the opening, because he was able to get a scout of the main base, so he is aware of the 1-1-1. He has spores. What's important is that earlier I saw he was getting a lair. I was curious to see if he was going to go for some tech or get speed on his Roach Warren, but he's going for the Spire.
Oh boy, this map is a really nice neutral this map, I think. Like, a lot of Zergs kind of favor Mutalisk. I'm not too sure though, but yeah, Mutalisk were kind of common, and then it kind of fell out for a while, and then it kind of came back. I don't know about the meta now.
Yeah,
it's 2 months.
Yeah, I want to say like maybe 6 months ago, mutas were all over the place in this matchup, and then the meta shifted to like Hydra, Lurker, Viper, especially in Europe in this matchup. So yeah, you know, things have been kind of shifting around and moving when it comes to like the preferred army compositions. And what's important is that Seither, he has not scouted the Spire. He is not aware of what GogojOey is going for. But despite that, I mean, it seems like he was able to suspect something, and he is getting missile turrets.
He's not giving GogojOey any chances. Like, he should. And I mean, like, the turrets, as a general rule of thumb, if you're not too sure about what the Zerg tech is going, I mean, it's not that bad to spend 200 minerals and get like 2 turrets. And he's gonna get like 1, 2, 3 mutants. Oh, mamma mia!
God, Jesus Christ, that is not a good start. GogojOey, he was investing so much into these mutas, into these 8 mutas, and immediately 3 go down. Oh, 4 is gonna go down.
Wow, it could have been 8 mutants, but now there's like 4. Yikes.
Yikes. My god. And yeah, the Spire tech did absolutely nothing. He wasn't able to get any worker kills. He lost another muta. Now he's down to 3, and GogojOey, he realizes this. He's like, okay, I'm done with this. I'm switching tech. You know, I'm getting upgrades for my roaches, but that was such an expensive like commitment there. Investment, I should say.
Or maybe he just wanted to get like 8 mutants and just be annoying, and kind of like force Seither to go into something to stop against mutas. It could be.
Oh, and you know what? The mutas did force all this bio out of position, so the tanks were exposed. 2 tanks go down. A 3rd tank is going to be biled down as well. So GogojOey, he's actually trading incredibly well.
It's gonna. Oh, I think Seither's gonna hold. Probably.
Yeah, he should.
I mean, it's 1-1.
Yeah, he should be able to hold, especially because there's not too many reinforcements. So a couple more roaches show up. What's important is that as all this was happening, 12 drones went down to those 2 Banshees. A big loss there in the natural of GogojOey. But GogojOey, he's just continuing to reinforce, continuing to rally roaches across the map.
Oh boy. But he just gotta hold. Like, roaches, they don't scale well until late game. So he's just gonna hold. If he can hold and secure his 3rd base, he should be fine.
Yeah, he should be, but the problem is that he can't, right? Like, he's having a lot of trouble securing that 3rd base, and GogojOey, as you said, like, he's just trying to do whatever he can with this army because it doesn't scale well into the late game. Trying to find an angle even here to the north, but this does give the opportunity for Seither to finally re-land his 3rd, retake it, and try and establish it once again.
This is a place that makes me like Terran so much. Like, yo, like, how do you break this? Like, he's on a timer.
Yeah.
Is he gonna? No, please don't lose this.
Oh my god, he lifts it up just in time. He almost lost his third. Biles another tank. And yeah, Seither, that's the problem, right? Like, he can't really fight outside of tank range. There's just so much Roach Ravager.
But he manages to sneak a drop off on the north. Oh, he managed to pull the roaches out. Like, retreat for a while.
Yeah.
Gives him a little bit of breathing space.
Yeah, a lot was done here. Like, this drop, he killed the last muta, he killed a decent amount of lings, 4 drones, and more importantly, as you said, he forces all these Roach Ravagers to go back north, even though they weren't a part of the fight at all, and it lets Seither retake his third. He can finally establish it, he can finally retake it, and he's got some tanks to help protect it.
How many tanks does he have right now? 3 tanks.
Now 2. They keep getting piled down, man. As soon as they get in range, the Ravagers, they immediately target it down, and GogojOey's just not letting Seither get a third. He just doesn't let it happen.
He's just content sitting there. It's again, just gonna bounce stuff. You know, why not? And as long as I manage to deny the third from mining, and what a madman, he's getting a 5th behind this.
I know, he's getting a pretty aggressive 5th as well. Like, it's not here safely to the to the left hand side, it's like all the way to the top right.
But forget about me saying GogojOey's on a timer. He's the one that chooses that if I'm gonna be on the timer. It's like, nope, I'm not gonna be on that timer. You can't hold me on that.
Well, I mean, we were talking about it. Roach Ravager doesn't really scale well into late game, but we see that he's transitioning. He's got Roach Speed on the way, +1 melee on the way. He's ready to switch into Ling Bane.
Yeah, and the Lings are actually helping out. Like Lings. How do I put it? The tanks aren't really helping out. The Marine Marauder. Like, they aren't firing on the Roach Ravager, they're actually firing on the Lings.
Yeah. Like, the Lings are doing a really good job for buffering for the Roach Ravager, you know, forcing the tank shots on the Lings. Meanwhile, there were some Liberators being sent around to harass, but they did get dealt with. 7 drones went down, but GogojOey, he had plenty of drones to spare, and once again, he's just keeping Seither on 2 bases. I mean, Seither, he's doing a good job making sure the third doesn't die, but he's just not mining.
And even, like, he's even forcing minerals out, like, he has to repair the CC so many times that I don't know how much resources are actually spent on the CC.
Exactly.
Seither's running out of money too. Like, his main is about to be gone, his natural. All that's left to the third, he's unable to get.
He's essentially stuck on like 1 base economy at the moment, and just consistently he's forced to be he's forced to lift up his 3rd base, and he just doesn't have any momentum going for him. There's just too much Roach Ravager, too many Lings. He just can't. Oh, he even passed down the 3rd.
And then GogojOey is about to just go home and just wait it out, get high tech and everything.
Jesus Christ, like, the Biles have just been relentless, and Seither, he's forced to lift up his main, and now his main is going to be attempted to take as a 3rd, and I mean, so Seither, he has good upgrades, like, he's working on +3, like, his bio is going to do so well, but now we've reached the point where GogojOey already has Hive, he's got Ling Bane on the way. I imagine he's going to be getting Ultras or something with his Hive tech, maybe even Vipers, and he just has full control of the map.
He's getting +3 armor on the way for his units, and +1. He's gonna have Vipe. Like,
yeah. And I feel like, to be fair, depending on the control, I feel like the Vipers are the nail in the coffin. Like, some solid blinding clouds and nothing's gonna stop the Ling Bane from just getting on top of everything.
Definitely. I think the only saving grace is, like, for now, let's keep Seither alive, is like the Liberators. That there's really nothing much I can heat up except the Biles, and for the Ravagers to actually go in, you have to tank some tank shots.
And to be fair, every single time that GogojOey fights, like, he gets less and less Ravagers. Like, he's not replenishing his Ravager count at all. Like, he hasn't been making any more Roaches or anything like that. He's abandoning that tech. We can see he's going into Ultra Ling Bane. The thing, as you said, the thing that he's missing is that he needs Corruptors. Like, if he had Corruptors to kill the Libs, and more importantly, these Medivacs, like, Seither would be in such a bad position.
Yeah. Well, he's pulling out the Marines, he's with attack to come in. Is he gonna try to deny? No, he's not gonna focus his CC. He's just gonna try to focus the SCVs and units.
Mm-hmm.
If that command center went down, that would be really bad right now.
Then Seither would lift up his natural and fly him to the third. Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's just having a hard time. He's just been stuck here in this little corner of the map basically for the past 10 minutes. Every now and then he tries to send some liberators out to harass. You know, here we have a liberator going into the 4th base. Like, it's doing some nice damage. But GogojOey, finally, he's starting to focus on that next step. He's getting +1 flyer attacks. I imagine he's going to be getting some corruptors soon. We'll see. It looks like he's prioritizing the ultras instead. Like, that's where he's spending his gas.
I mean, like, if you have enough ultras, there's like 3 liberators won't do much against such a swarm of like, he's maxed out, but Seither is not.
Oh,
and
God.
Yep, blinding clouds come in. So we can push them back. Oh, he even has, what's that, parasitic bomb? Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I was expecting the bios to land on the tanks, but they land on the bio, they land on the medevacs, they get so much damage done. And behind this, 7 ultras are in production.
I don't know how Seither can hold. Come on, Terran, don't fail me now.
Oh my God, this disgusting. There's so many ultras. The Vipers, they survived. They're just getting more energy, getting ready to go in once again. And Seither, he has to do something. And he realizes it, but it's too late. He's down 100 supply.
He's just gonna move out now. Right? And then he realizes, oh, what the fish? There's creep on like the form. What's going on?
What's going on? Like, GogojOey has had full map control is what's going on, and now he's got ultras, he's got hive, he's working on 3-3, getting kindness plating, getting everything he needs. And we're just gonna see how Seither is gonna take this engagement. Maybe, like, with all this tank spread, with all these liberators, he can do something. Oh God.
I don't know. Look, there's basically 1 ultra to 1 tank.
Yeah.
How are you gonna like, how are you gonna stop that? I don't know.
You don't stop that. The ultras are just too much, and GogojOey takes game number 1. Wow.
That was intense.
That was very intense.
Like there was no stop at all, like no breathing room for anyone. Like probably the longest breathing room they had was like 30 seconds or 40 in game time, and then, yo, what up? My Ravager's in your base. Oh.
Sorry. Yeah, pretty much. Like, GogojOey, Seither just couldn't get a proper 3-base economy going. And I mean, to be fair, I will say that GogojOey's playstyle, it's very map specific. I don't think he's going to be able to pull that off on another map the same way that he did on Submarine.
Lightshade maybe again, I think. But I don't think he's gonna go for the same build twice.
Yeah. The problem is that on Submarine, your 3rd base for the Terran is on the low ground. On Lightshade, it's on the high ground. Like, there's no, like, you have like these ramps that you can use at your disposal, and it's a little bit easier to defend. We'll see what else GogojOey has in store for us.
Special stuff. Special tactics. And the player right now is spawning on the top left of the map, right? It's left, yeah. Top left of the map. He's currently 1 map down. Hopefully he's able to take the next map, and the next map, and the next map. From Australia, the Blue Terran Seither.
And spawning in at the bottom right-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the red Zerg player hailing from the land of Hong Kong. It is GogojOey. Going for a hatch first.
I mean,
I'm okay with this. Yeah. Again, you open up hyper aggressive on a map like Submarine. Here on Lightshade, just going for a hatch first. You're going for that normal economic opening. We'll see if his reputation precedes him, and Seither, if he like, I don't know, if he keeps his Reaper at home or something like that, like plays ultra safe.
I wouldn't be surprised if he just went for a very quick third. Like GogojOey goes for a very quick third and be like, ha ha. Maybe, I'm not too sure. I don't know. Or is he gonna stay on 2 base as a 2 base Zerg and do some kind of really aggressive timing of 2 bases? I'm not too sure. Like, what 2 base timing is gonna go for?
Yeah, I mean, you can go for like these big Roach all-ins, Roach Ravager all-ins. I'm not too sure if Lightshade is the map you want to do it on. Maybe it is. Like, the rush distance isn't too long, so maybe you can pull something off with maybe even Queens, and you get like a creep highway going. I know that if Miyamaka was playing, he would go for something like that. GogojOey, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure, to be honest.
I know. Miyamaka is not good spreading overlords for creep highways. It's just that his overlords are creep tumors.
Yes, exactly.
It's not like he had it planned. He's just like, I need creep tumors. Oh, I have an overlord. Let's just poop there.
Yeah, he actually has the creep tumor unbound on his queen.
Wait, are you serious?
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised too.
Look, he just has queens for inject and transfuse. That's all he's got. But yeah, so far GogojOey, he's just been playing pretty normal, pretty standard.
I mean, like after you're up 1 game, you know that you can get 1 game off. Players like Seither doing something like that, you could do it again. So why not just go for a standard macro game and see how things work out? And honestly, this map, you can make it. You can make a very nice macro game off this map.
Yeah, for sure. We've seen it before, and I will say that GogojOey, he has some pretty solid mid-game play, and we do see once again he's opting to go for the Roach Warren. Ooh, even taking his gases as well, so it looks like he does want to go for a big, I mean, I imagine he's going to want to go for a big Roach timing. We'll see what he's going to be able to do with that.
But you've casted GogojOey before, right? So is GogojOey a Roach person or a...
Yeah, unfortunately. Honestly, I don't like it. I prefer like straight up like Lingbane, like whether it's Lingbane Muta or Lingbane Hydra. To be fair, when it comes to GogojOey, I've casted mainly ZVZs and ZVPs. Again, when it comes to the tournaments that we run, Azure is the only Terran that really comes in, and he does go back and forth with GogojOey, but Azure, he's very aggressive. Again, he himself is a very aggressive Terran player, not like Seither, so we'll see.
Seither is going for Battlecruiser.
Yeah, and he's done a really good job at denying the vision. Like, GogojOey has opted not to go for Overlord speed, so he's just not getting into the main base. He can't see anything.
Battlecruiser? I mean, he can guess it. Like, there's nothing much on the map. There's just Hellions. But he's not giving Seither any time to get a Battlecruiser. He's really at Roaches and Ravages. Like, this timing is kind of like what it used to be, that kind of attack where you just shut down a player that's going BC. Yeah. Because the BCs will not be out in time.
Exactly. Like GogojOey, he has cut a decent amount of workers. Like, he's focusing on these Lings, on these Roaches, these Ravagers, looking to try and bust in. And you know what? Because he went for this 1-on-1 into a BC, there's no tank here.
Oh, the repair is just on point.
It's just enough. He can't bust through.
Oh, maybe he can bust through.
Maybe.
He has 26 Lings on the way.
He's got 26 Lings. He's going to be able to bust down this wall, but the first tank is out. The BC is going to come out in a couple of seconds, and once the BC comes out, like, he's just going to shut down these Ravagers.
Is he gonna commit? Yeah, he sees the BC. He's gonna get Spore Crawl in his base. But he's gonna still commit. His buildings are gonna go over the map. Is he gonna carry on committing, or is he gonna build more queens and drones?
I can't honestly. I kind of wanted GogojOey to keep going with these Lings. Like honestly, there's not too much on the ground. Like he can still like abuse the fact that all Seither has is that BC, and he's going for it. He's going as the BC gets teleported across the map.
YOLO!
Go!
I mean,
He's on
he gets stopped.
Go! He's going for it. He's getting on top of the tank.
It is high ground vision. He's gonna snipe the tank on the high ground.
Oh, just needs one more bile, and he gets it. And the BC is and the BC is stuck on the outside of the map because it teleported across, and it's even going to go down. Could go down. Oh my god! Just barely surviving, and oh my god, he gets in. He gets into the main.
Shoot.
Yo, this could be it.
Oh no.
Yeah, like there's another BC in production, and sure, it's gonna come out soon, but you know what? Everything in the natural has gone down. All the production is under threat. The Lings are getting into the mineral line in the main base.
And GogojOey has Spire.
He does?
Spire's almost done.
Yeah, and once that Spire comes out, like the BC isn't going to be able to do anything. And again, more SCVs going down. The Rax is on fire. Like everything's in shambles.
Like, Lings are a pretty good counter to BCs. The BCs take forever to kill Lings.
Yeah, exactly. And this is how GogojOey plays. Like again, I don't know if I've seen GogojOey in a long macro game before. Like it's not really his style. He just goes to these big aggressive pushes, and Seither, he was just not ready for it. Like sure, the repairs were on point in the beginning, but like I feel like it was a big mistake to teleport the BC across the map. He needed to take it seriously. He needed to stay home and defend.
Yeah, I don't know. Like once the bust was complete, like I don't really know how we can hold unless like you keep, like what you said, you keep everything in your base and all that. But at the same time, if you don't send the battle cruiser across the map or do something, the Zerg can just all of a sudden press that D button and just drone out behind it.
Yeah, I think it's important to note that like because of the kind of player that GogojOey is, like he was cutting workers earlier. Like you may not be killing workers as a Terran, but you're ahead in the economy because GogojOey the Zerg was cutting that to make that push happen. And I feel like if the BC was defensive at home, maybe he would have been able to target down the Ravagers. Then the tank on the high ground wouldn't have died. It would have been maybe an easier way to hold. Like there's a lot that could have happened, but Seither, he decided to go across the map with it instead, and I don't think he dealt any damage with the BC. Like
GogojOey at this point in time, like it's 850. He only has like 64 drones.
Yeah. Oh boy.
But I think this Corruptors would spell disaster. Yep. I want to say spell disaster, but apparently it's spelled GG.
He spelled GG. GogojOey takes game number 2, and now he's on match point.
Oh boy. Will I ever see GogojOey play a standard macro game?
No.
I believe.
Oh my god.
I believe.
We'll see. We'll see if he's gonna do something crazy and play macro in game number 3. It's possible.
The next map is gonna be an Oxide.
Yeah, we're gonna be on Oxide for the 3rd, potentially final game.
Wow, I like my ping to this particular server.
Is it 0? What is it?
I'm just gonna put it on live feed. You can see it later.
Oh god,
I love it. How much do you have?
0. What the? I had 200.
Look, that's the same amount of money I have in my bank. Well, talking about it, let's see if oh man, I'm not gonna say the name. Let's see this player spawning at the bottom of the map. He can make a reverse sweep, making it 3 games in a row. The blue Terran from Australia, Seither.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Oxide Ellie. Oh my god, going for a 12-12. Jesus Christ. He's oh my god. We have or 13-12. We have the Zerg player, representing Hong Kong. He is GogojOey. Oh, well, again, you wanted a long macro game, mate. It's not gonna happen with GogojOey, right? It's not.
Look, what I hope to see is that GogojOey goes for this early opening, sees the holes, and both of them are just gonna stay back and go for a long macro game. It could.
Could
you never know, like, probably.
Yeah.
It could.
We'll see. I mean, the thing is, Oxide is a much longer map. It takes a lot longer to get around, especially because of these rocks. Like, a lot of pathways are blocked off, so it's very bold of GogojOey to go for something like this. I like that Seither, he is still opening up the same way. He is going for that SCV scout. He is trying to see what his opponent is going for. So he may run into the Lings. Regardless, he's going to spot that there's no natural, and oh boy, we'll see what GogojOey can get done.
She's just building links. It's not like you build 8 links and you just want to deny the CC. He's just carrying on building links like, screw this.
Yep, he has not stopped link production at all. He is getting a natural, he is expanding, but that's a lot of links that are being banked up. And you know what? Seither, because of that SCV scout, he keeps the Reaper at home. And GogojOey sees it. He knows.
GogojOey is just, I think he's just waiting for link speed so he can just yo, boy, I'm coming in with links.
Exactly.
With speed.
Like, the problem is that Seither, he went into the main base, he saw the late hatchery and then backed off. He didn't go into the main, he didn't know what exactly the opener was, and now link speed is done.
Oh no, he gets the Reaper.
Oh my god, he gets the Reaper. He's going to be able to deny the natural. He's going to be able to force a cancel, and now he's going to try and bust in. Oh, no, backs off. That's all he wanted.
Okay, this is where it becomes a long macro game, because links can't bust in supply depots and barracks.
Yeah,
I'm still holding true.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Like, that was the goal of GogojOey's opener. He goes in, he kills the Reaper, he forces a cancel on the natural, and that's it. Now from here, even though he's down in drones, he's going to be able to slowly catch up and get ahead.
He's going to try, but...
Yeah, he's just kind of keeping his opponent honest, and oh my god, Seither is overreacting. He even gets a bunker down here. He's afraid of a bailing bust.
Yeah, it's fine. He has minerals to spare anyways. It's fine. He's gonna go for Banshees though.
He's like, it's fine. You can salvage. It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So yeah, I mean, it looks like Seither has realized, oh, I'm not getting bailing busted. He salvages the bunker. He realizes that he's safe. And this Banshee's got a lot of work to do.
GogojOey's gonna be fine, I think. I think he should realize it should be Banshees, because like that's kind of like the only thing a turn can do from this position of one base, and he Banshee Hellion.
Ooh, I like this. So Seither, double expand, already getting his 3rd CC up, and that's definitely a way to get back into this economically, at least. We'll see if he's able to survive to get to that point, because GogojOey, he's doing GogojOey things. He's getting a fast lair and a Roach Warren.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So my question to you is, this Roach Warren, this lair, he's not going to go for a Spire, is he?
Nidus?
That's what I was thinking. Like, he's got 3 queens.
Yeah.
4 queens, sorry. That's a decent amount of queens. Like, I feel like a Nidus would make sense, right?
Yeah, he's getting like all the gases. Like 4 gases.
Oh, yeah. He is getting all 4 gases. Which is interesting.
I don't think it'll be a Spire though. He doesn't have enough gas for a Spire. He's getting roaches right now.
I mean, 2-base Spire with 4 gases, like, that is a thing. You can make that work. We'll see. Now that the lair is done, is he going to go for the Spire, or is he going to go for the Nidus? There it is. Spire. Straight up.
We were wrong.
Straight up to base Spire. Someone at Jet. She loves this. She does this all the time. That was the big tell because he took all 4 gases. He's going for the Spire. Seither, at the moment, he has not spotted this. He did spot the lair. And he did see the gases. So I feel like Seither, he can deduce himself that it is going to be mutas.
Yeah. Well, we should build engineering bay.
Yeah, no engineering
halfway done.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? Spire is halfway done. GogojOey, he's going for that 3rd hatchery, and yeah, no engineering bay. So the mutas, they can deal a decent amount of damage. There aren't a lot of marines on the map.
Oh boy. Has he built 1 banshee? Did he build 1 banshee? Yeah, 2. No, 2 banshees.
Oh yeah, he does have 1 here over to the left hand side. He has 1 going up from the south, looking to get into the main. So he has a decent amount of banshees, but there are spores. The queens aren't really in position, so like, you know, the banshee can kill the gas drones, and if he goes further to the right, he can scout the spire.
No. Oh no. Does he see it?
He does not. He doesn't see the spire. He sees double evos and he sees the baneling nest. Like, that's nothing crazy. Like, you can explain the gas being taken for double evo, for double upgrades, but he's not getting the upgrades. Like, he's spending all his gases on the mutas.
Lose the banshee too. Alright, so Seither's in the not the most ideal position that he would like. He's still expanding to his 3rd. Now, in terms of economy, I think he has caught up, and probably I would say a little bit better. But what he's doing is like he's preemptively, like, he doesn't know there's a spire, but he's just getting a missile turret. Or has he seen the mutas?
It's possible that he saw it with his banshee that's out on the map. But the mutas, they're here. There aren't any marines in position, but the missile turret finishes up just in time.
Perfect timing. Perfect time.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't have medivacs yet, so the marines are kind of heavily stimmed.
Yeah, he has to be careful with his stims. But what's important is that what Seither did to get back into this game. We were mentioning it earlier. Like, he went for a very fast third CC, and because of that, he's caught up in the worker count. He's actually ahead because of mules, right? Like, he's equal in workers. He's ahead because of the mules. Like, he has that economic advantage. And sure, like, his production is still ramping up, and especially because of the early game. But like, he's been able to close the gap.
Yeah, definitely. And as a Zerg, like, from what I know, if you're at same base count, same worker number, oh god, what's wrong with my brain? Same worker number, you are not in a position that you would really like as a Zerg. You want to be like, typically 1 base up, like probably like 10 plus drones ahead and all that.
Yeah.
Like and the mutas, they didn't do much except killing like probably 3 to 4 SCVs.
Yeah, they've barely done anything, to be honest. Sure, they forced a bunch of missile turrets, which is nice, but you want to do more with these mutas, especially with the amount of investment he's gone into them. It looks like GogojOey is going to be going for a more standard army composition, going Ling Bane Muta. So, yeah, honestly, I like this. We'll see how he's able to control against Seither.
The typical TvZ. Look, she's not going roaches this game, so I'm happy.
I'm scared because he's not going roaches. Like, I'm curious to see, like, can GogojOey go toe-to-toe Lingbane Muta against Seither? Like, Seither, this is where he wants to be. Like, he's getting into the game that he's, like, preferred in, you know? He's favored in.
We'll see. Like, GogojOey is getting a 4th behind this, so she's gonna stabilize soon. And if Seither doesn't move out to do something about it, and then Seither is kind of equal. Like, I would say Seither is ahead now because like 3 bases to 3, but once it gets a 4th up, stabilizes everything, GogojOey is gonna explode in the production.
Yeah, we'll see what Seither decides to do because he's got 2-2 on the way. So maybe he wants to wait for a timing with that. He has drilling claws on the way as well. So once all these upgrades kick in, like, he's gonna be able to finally push out. And at the moment, I feel like Seither, he's fine to just stay back until he maxes out, gets those upgrades, and then in a head-on-head engagement, like main army versus main army, I still feel like Seither, like, he has such good unit control that he could like take it to GogojOey. We'll see.
Yeah, talk about that. Seither doesn't just have good unit control, he has good multitasking too. Like whenever he attacks, he'll have a drop force at the another side, you know. Like in the game versus Zero, he would just like, yo, I'm here. Actually, I'm still here.
Yeah. And speaking of drops, like he's looking to expand, take a 4th base. At the same time, he does have a drop sneaking over to the north end of the map. The Mutas, they missed it completely. They weren't able to stop it. And yeah, Seither is going to slowly expand and try and punish GogojOey. It looks like he was hoping there was a hatchery here.
I mean, that's where typically where serve bases would go. Like once they secure like that triangular formation, then they'll carry on horizontally across the map. But GogojOey is like, no.
Oh god.
You may think you know me, but yeah. C2 is coming for drop. Took out 2 drones. Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. Nice. He's able to trade as efficiently as he can against the Bailings. Sure, he gets picked off, but you know what? He forces all the Mutas back home. He killed a couple of workers, forced some lost mining time, and as all that was happening, now he's up on 4 bases.
Oh, Terran, scary. At first, I was just like thinking maybe Seither would go with a 2-2 timing, but no, he's just gonna sit back and just wait it out.
Yeah, and honestly, that makes sense. Like, as a Zerg player, like, you don't really want to fight, like, a defensive Terran. Like, you want to wait for the Terran to push out in the middle of the map and then fight them in the center. You know, that's, like, the ideal scenario for Zerg. Trying to, like, crack a defensive Terran like this, a turtling Terran, it can be hard.
Yeah, and, like, Lingbane Muta, you get, from what I know, is that you just want to keep trading. And then hopefully you get nice engagement, you clear off the Terran army. Because like the Link Bane, yeah, you can, with the money banked up, you can get more and more Banes, but if you don't have Links, they're kind of inefficient supply. Like, because like once Terran gets up to that 200 supply where it's like Marine, Marauder, Medevac, tanks, and ooh, like this kind of composition is really hard for Zerg to actually do anything.
Yeah, definitely, especially when
trading.
Especially when you fight off creep. Like by now, like 12 minutes, 13 minutes in, like you need this like open area to be surrounded in creep. You need to be able to fight here, and at the moment it's just his bases that are connected. The majority of the creep is over on the left hand side, and that's not where Seither is pushing.
Yeah, he's gonna drill through.
Yeah, pretty much. And to be fair, like there's a lot of Lingbane being morphed in right now. He's got 2-2 on the way, Ultralisk Cavern on the way. Like it's still going to be difficult for Seither to really push in without getting surrounded, especially in this position.
Seither's doing a real good job though. He had his army spread out really well. Like there are units at the back line too.
Yeah, exactly. And the Banelings come in and they barely get any Marines. I don't think they're connected at all with the Marines. Jesus Christ. Like Seither still had 200 supply. Like all the Bailings were wasted. Yeah, and like the pre-split was good enough. The majority of the Marines were all the way in the back, and now there's just nothing to stop Seither. Like it's just mainly Lings right now.
Yeah, the lack of pre-split really hurt GogojOey right there. But he's going with the Mutas at the back to do some kind of harassment to pull Seither back so he has some breathing room.
And it's working. Seither, he gets everything and he goes back home.
Oh man. Like 2 Mr. Towers ain't gonna do anything to this ball of Mutas. It's gonna just keep being annoying.
This honestly, this is saving GogojOey. Like if Seither kept pushing, GogojOey would have died. Like it's so important that he was able to go across the map with all these Mutas. Oh god, he's losing a decent amount.
Yeah, but he was stuck in that early position there. But I do think that GogojOey also wanted to lose some supply because he's already going for Ultralisk. He has Ultralisk tech out.
Yeah.
I want to lose some supply to get Ultralisks.
Definitely, and sure he loses his space over to the right hand side, but now he expands over to the top left. The creep is looking a little bit better over here. Again, still not ideal. We'll see if GogojOey is able to hold there. And as you said, GogojOey, he's maxed out. He still has a couple of roaches and ravagers here. He needs to throw these away. He needs to get rid of all these. Like he needs as much supply as he can to get those ultras out.
Yes, 2 Ultralisks on the way. I think he's sending the roaches out. Yeah. And the roaches just walking.
Yeah, he realizes he's just throwing them away. Like they're just dead supply right now. I don't know, picks off a tank.
It's very nice. If it could come down to just one engagement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Like one engagement on creep, like ultras on top of everything. Like that's what GogojOey's waiting for. Seither's just not giving him that though. Like Seither, he's slowly expanding, taking his half of the map, but GogojOey, he's looking to try and, you know, abuse the fact that Seither's spread a little bit thin.
Yeah, Seither's like on the left side of the map, so GogojOey is like, yo, turn to the right side. And he splits army up in half, so it's like if Seither just decides to YOLO in, then it's gonna be a world of points. But yeah, she managed to deny the base on the bottom right.
Yeah, the planetary does go down. Like Seither didn't want to risk repairing it with his SCVs, otherwise the Banelings would have come in and killed everything. And it looks like GogojOey, he's terrified of this army, and I don't blame him. He's just letting Seither push in and take out this hatchery.
They're gonna play whack-a-mole. You killed the one on my left, I'm just gonna take the one to the right.
Pretty much.
Yeah, Gojo is just gonna go like skirmish, like guerrilla warfare. Oh, he's gonna come in for main assault on the front.
Oh
my god. The main army are clashing.
Yeah, the main army. Actually, he actually gets a really nice surround here and actually takes the majority of Seither's army out. Oh my god.
Oh no. Yeah, he just keep barreling down from the ramp. Seither just wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah, like Seither, he just lost on both fronts. He lost his main army because he wasn't paying attention, and he lost on the bottom right as well. 20 SCVs went down, and there's Marauders here in Medivacs, but they can't shoot up. They're not doing anything to these mutas.
Oh, she's just trying to bait the mutas and the Widow Mines. Like, just only one grid? Huh. Wait, do Contaminate stop the planetary from attacking?
I don't believe so. I mean, planetaries don't shoot up, so that's the other problem with that. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. He's doing a very good job of splitting his army. Like, the Banelings don't do much, but there's just too much Zerg.
Yeah, there is just too much Zerg, and Seither doesn't have the ideal composition against Ultras. Like, he doesn't have any Ghosts, he doesn't have any Liberators, he's relying on all these Marauders, and Marauders are okay, but again, you feel like you need something more, and because of that, Seither, he loses this third base as well.
Yeah, they just blink up at night. Loses like that base, and yeah, the one on the right, I don't want to say too much about it, because like nothing was really done.
Yeah.
GogojOey is kind of in a position where he has a lot. What the?
GogojOey with the aggressive expansions, Jesus Christ. And to be fair, Seither, he does have spare orbitals, so he is just floating another one over to continue to expand, but he's getting like torn apart. Like, he just doesn't have enough units spread out to deal with all these ultras. Like, honestly, if GogojOey wanted to, he could have gone up the ramp. Like, there's not too much here.
He's just trying to play safe. Like, I have the lead. Like, he has the lead right now, that's for sure, but he could trade away in just like in just one engagement, you know.
Oh, and that could be this one.
The Banelings. Oh, he spread the Banelings. That's...
Oh god, the splits. Are the splits good enough? The Banelings, they crashed into the majority of the Marines, and the splits were okay, but there's just not enough here to deal with the Ultras. Like, the mutas weren't even a part of that fight, and GG gets called.
I'm happy I'm playing Zerg right now.
Wow. My god, and sorry I pressed the wrong button, but GogojOey, he is our Demi SEA Weekly number 4 champion, 3-0 over Seither.
What a god. I don't even know what to say, like, oh, wow.
Yeah, again, like, Seither, he just wasn't... I don't know, again, I feel like Seither doesn't have much experience with GogojOey, and because of that, every single game, GogojOey was incredibly aggressive, and he got ahead because of it, and he just closed it out. Like, for the most part, he was able to retain his lead from that early game. Even though, like, Seither was doing a really good job at, like, getting back into the game economically, and the mutas didn't do too much damage either, like, Seither himself wasn't able to, like, harass and drop and do anything to GogojOey, you know?
The last game was pretty close, I would say. It's just... I don't think Seither managed to get in that position where he enjoyed being in like those typical macro games, standard macro games, because like we've seen Seither being that kind of standard games, but like I would say GogojOey is the unconventional kind of player. So if it's the standard kind of like expand into gas into a third base, I think Seither might have performed better. Maybe.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I do feel like he would have performed better if he was a more standard Zerg player. But again, like the roach aggression, like the early pools, like with the link speed, like it just worked so well for GogojOey. Seither wasn't really prepared for them, and yeah, GogojOey with a really strong showing today, taking out arguably the best Terran player in Australia. 3-0.
The other best Terran in Australia. Why not like that?
Yeah. And I've said this before, like I do think that hopefully if these players continue to play in SEA Weekly, they get Demi SEA Weekly, they get like a little bit more used to each other. Azure, fun fact, I believe Azure 2-0'd GogojOey in GPO. Like Azure is a lot more familiar, and because of that, and to be fair, Azure has a different style, so like he's a lot more comfortable playing against GogojOey. Seither, he needs to get into it, you know, he needs to be exposed to Joey a little bit more, and yeah, maybe over time he'll get a little bit more used to it, and we'll see him compete, and maybe next time take a game off of GogojOey.
Yeah. But dang. When are you gonna play?
Yo, I'm full on caster now, man. I was talking to Yaku about it the other day. It's like I miss playing in like the ESL qualifiers. I used to play in them like whenever I had a chance to, but now I'm casting them. It's like F's in the chat.
It's just a case of whether you want to.
Kind of. Kind of like, especially when it comes to the Oceanic qualifiers, we're the only casters for that. Like Dax sometimes cast them, but other than us, like there's no one else doing it, so yeah, I feel like it needs to be covered, right? Like these players, like they're good, they're solid, they're so fun to follow, like players like Seither, Azure, GogojOey, Miyamika.
Yeah. And light. It could have been light.
Yeah, but GG, well played. GogojOey takes the win, puts this, is able to, you know, for the first time, you know, win a Demi SEA Weekly. It's really impressive, and yeah, really well played. And with that,
I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, with that, thank you, Claire, for joining me. Thank you, Aries, I should say, for joining me, especially because it was very short notice for the cast. I really appreciate it. Thanks for jumping in.
Anything for Light and StarCraft. I get to spend time with Light. It's a bit annoying I can't say the usual stuff, but you know. Fine.
Jesus Christ, yes, a little bit hashtag filtered here for Claire. If you want, tell you what, if you want hashtag unfiltered Claire, unfiltered Aries, I should say, where can they find you?
Like I always say, Aries, you just add an SC2 in front, be it on Twitch or Twitter. Instagram is a whole new different thing, honestly, but yeah, you can go to Twitch. It's fine with that.
Claire, he streams pretty often, as often as he can, you know, a lot of ladder sessions, sometimes some League of Legends here and there, but he's a great player. He is a Malaysian player living in Singapore, so yeah, if you're interested,
Not
do
Indonesia.
Not Indonesia. But he's great. He's one of the Ducklings, you know, one of the Cranky Ducklings, the OGs, and yeah, it's cool to have you on.
OG.
Yeah. You can also follow me at light_VIP on Twitch and Twitter. I do stream occasionally, probably not this week. I mean, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of VODs to catch up on, to edit, to promote, a lot of scheduling. But yeah, if you're interested, you can follow me there. When I have time, I do stream as well, typically ladder sessions or sometimes some XCOM, some Halo, some other games. But more importantly, follow us here on the Cranky Ducklings, as you can currently see on your screen as I quickly switch overlays. This is our weekly schedule. We will be live tomorrow. I will be live with Yakuzaku with ESL Open Cup number 44 Asia. And yeah, if you're a fan of Korean StarCraft, that's where you want to be.
Yeah, you gotta look at Light. Watch Light. That man has a good voice.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You know what, Claire? Your voice is pretty good as well.
Oh, I'm a body double.
But yeah, again, like we are live typically, 4, 5, 6 times a week, depending on the occasion. We casted almost all of the DreamHack qualifiers. Coming up, there was an announcement. Asus ROG is going to be running a StarCraft 2 event, and of course we're going to be on top of those qualifiers as well, bringing you as much StarCraft content as we can. So if you're interested, hit that follow button. Check out the Cranky Ducklings, and if some of these events aren't in the best time zone for you, then check out our YouTube channel. We upload all of our VODs to YouTube. And with that, we're done. We're done, Claire. Thanks everyone for watching. We really appreciate it, and we will see you tomorrow. Do you have anything to say, Claire? Do you have any?
Are we done? I gotta.
Ciao.
No.